I'd like to demonstrate to you on how to use the new Dermapose Harvest, Wash, and Micronizing product from PureGraft. Dermapose is essentially a vac-lock syringe. It comes in a kit, and the kit, again, is everything you need to do harvesting, washing, and micronizing fat. The kit, again, is all in one. When you open it up, it's sterile and sealed in its own container. Let's open it up and let's see what's in here. In this container, you have your cannula for harvesting and tumescing. You have your Dermapose. You have 2 syringes in here. They're 30 cc syringes. One of them can be used for lactated ringers for washing of the fat. We'll wash this because it harvests, washes, and micronizes. And the other one can be used for your tumescent part of it. You create your mixture of tumescent in here, and you can actually use this cannula for not only harvest, but tumescing. So once you create your tumescent mixture, insert it, tumesce the patient, wait the allotted time you're supposed to wait, and now you're ready to use the Dermapose for harvesting. So we're gonna take these pieces out, these orange and these the transfer piece, and we can move this aside. The next step in the process is to hook up the cannula for harvesting. And what we're gonna do is create the vacuum to harvest. And the way we do that is we insert it in the patient, and then we pull back on the stopper until it clicks. You hear that click? Click. That's the lock part of the vac-lock syringe. And now we're ready to lipo. However you wanna do it, it's super light, super balanced in your hand, and you have the ability to harvest up to 50 mLs, 50 cc's. And once this is filled up, our next step is to do the decant and wash part of the procedure. How that starts is this is filled up with all our lipoaspirate. We're gonna cap it off, put this Dermapose in its stand, and wait the appropriate time period. It might be a minute, might be 2 minutes. And what you'll see is the fat will float to the top, and the part of the lipoaspirate that we don't want will sink to the bottom. And once that does bifurcate, is you have the ability to uncap this, unlock, this is how we unlock it, unlock the syringe, and push out that little bit at the end of it. And then we have our syringe that has what we call lactated ringers in it. We will take this transfer piece that's included in the kit, attach it to the end of the Dermapose, attach the syringe with lactated ringers, because this is the wash, and we hook it up, and then we'll push this in. You can see this will push it, put the lactated ringers into the syringe. This is the part where we go to wash. We'll cap it off, shake it up. You can move it any way you want. Shake it up. Probably 30 seconds is enough. Put it back in the stand. We will let it decant another time. And the decantation will start to look clearer and clearer over time. So you can wash more than once if you want to. You can wash 3 times. Once again, once it separates, we'll take the cap off. We'll push out, again, the part of the harvest that we don't want. And now we're ready to micronize. And micronizing is really, really simple on this. Is what you'll be able to see is there's an 800 micron mesh screen here that micronizes the fat. It's built in. It's almost like a coffee press here. Our goal is to get the fat that's down here to go through up top. And the way we do that, super simple. Put it back in the stand. Again, we have the fat down here that we need to get up through this way. We're gonna hold on the wings here. We're gonna hold around the circle here, and we're gonna start pushing down. And as we push down, you'll notice that the fat will start going through the 800 micron screen. It's super exciting. The design of this is you can pull out, by turning counterclockwise, this internal syringe that will present to you 30 mLs or 30 cc's of washed micronized fat. And so your next step, logically, is to choose your favorite re-injection cannula or syringe, and we're gonna hook it up to the end of this, and we're gonna push whatever syringe this is. It could be a 1 cc, could be a 5 cc, could be a 6 cc or a 20 cc. We're gonna keep transferring all our washed and micro fat into these individual syringes so we can re-inject into the patient. There might be a situation where you decide that you want a little more fat. You might have a little more left in the syringe. One way to get that out is to push with pressure forward, and that little bit left we can push down. You can put it back in the stand and push down, and you'll notice that we put another 10 cc's of micronized fat in here. And we'll use the same process. Hook up the connector piece, hook up your 1 cc syringe, we'll transfer it. And just in case, that's 30 cc's of microfat. We can again push this together with pressure. We can remove the cap. This is empty now. Hook up the harvest cannula, put it back in the patient, create your vacuum, and harvest more fat and micronize it. So it's not a one and done product. You can harvest as much as you want. Typically, most people target 30 to 60 cc's of use on that. If there's something more, you probably might want to use maybe the 250 or the 50 filter. But that is the Dermapose system. Super simple, super easy to use. We'd love to have you try it.